Okay. The volume's probably going to go up and down a little bit. I'm still just using this little old Logitech desktop thing that I've had forever. Do apologize for that. But what else is new, right? So anyway, here we have the Sculpfun S6, I think, laser engraver. I don't know anything about it. I've got a couple of 3D printers. I've got a desktop CNC machine. Figured why not round out the project space with a laser engraver. Let's see what we can do. So let's go ahead and we're going to open it up, see what's in here, put it together. Maybe even do a test print, although I don't have anything to print on, so I hope they included some test material or something. Alright, let's see what we got here. Oh, put it in the wrong way. There we go. Alright. Yep, I'm doing this in my kitchen table. Okay. So it's all wrapped in this plastic here. So we got a foam top, then there's this piece of metal here, which I'm not sure what that's for. Huh, okay. I'll just set that aside. Okay, actually let me rip this plastic up here. Okay. Here's how it's boxed. All right. Man, it looks nice. This little green thing here, I'm assuming this is the cover at the bottom of the laser. I mean, I did see pictures of it, obviously. Some kind of brackets or braces. Right, the laser itself, we'll take it out and look at it when it comes time. Okay, they gave me two pieces of wood. I'm assuming this is the test material to dial in the laser, maybe see what I can do. Oh yeah, some stylish old people glasses, just what I need. Yes, you should always wear eye protection when working with a laser. Okay, what do we got here? Okay, this is the computer. We just have the on-off, power, and wow, USB-A, I believe that style is the old original printer style. I don't know what the actual PCB is in here. I don't know if it's like an Arduino or something like that. I don't know. Got our LAN cable, power brick and cord. Instruction manual, which we're definitely going to have to take a look at. Let's unfold it there because it's got a crease in it. Some kind of little rubber stickers. Okay, don't know. Our little toolkit. That's nice. Comes with looks like it comes with the tools we need. Zip ties and thumb screws. The belt for the driver or for the motors. 3 different packs of screws. Nope. 4 different. Oh, are these screws? No. These appear to be some type of shims, maybe. I know I'm not getting a close-up view. I'm using a Logitech webcam, so the quality's probably not the best. I turned on the lights, you know, blocked out the sun there, so we're not getting the glare. But make no mistake, it's definitely a bright sunny day outside. It's probably 98 to 100 right now today outside. So, let's see, all right, we got a railing. You know, you could actually 3D print these. So we got 4 railings. Well, front, back, left, and right. Like, you know, I'd say like it matters, but I just noticed this one actually has a ruler on it. I don't know. Yeah, there you go. You can barely see the writing, but you can see it. It's got like a ruler on it. And we have the big main carriage piece that rides on the rails. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. Okay. So until we need this, I'm going to set it back in here just to keep it, you know, a little protected there. Just set it on the floor over here. Okay. So I'd bring the camera closer and show this stuff. I'll put it right over here, right in front of me, but I don't know how much space I'm actually going to need. I mean, I guess I do know because, you know, I've got it right here. But that just doesn't leave a lot of room on the table. I mean, I'm sure there's better videos out there, but you know what? Like I keep saying, I don't do this for the money. Everything you've seen on my channel about anything I've built or reviewed, I paid for. Okay. This picture is the total picture after the assembly is completed and subsequent steps. If you're unclear, you can check this picture. All right, pay attention to the details of the scale line on the lower left corner beam. Refer to this picture to judge whether the installation is correct. So it's actually a pretty good picture and it's clearly labeled. So it's actually a decent little picture there. Let's move on to page 1. Well, step 1, page 2, I guess. Assemble the back, left, and right beams. Yeah, that already sucks. Okay, so we're going to show you what we're doing. Okay, so it's looking like I'm going to need these guys. I'm going to need the back beam. See, they're not really, does the back, okay, the back beam has no designation on it as far as like scale or anything. So we'll take the back beam. What metal is this? I mean, it doesn't really feel like aluminum. It's really light though, really light. So, okay. So if we hold it just like in the picture, set it like that. It looks like I take the fat end and stick it up. So in this picture, it would go like this. And in this picture, it would go like that. So looks like, oh wait, there we go. Looks like this is what we're trying to do. So this one, oops, I gotta go like that. The fat end goes up, the little end goes down. And it's got, looks like a picture of a little rubber, which I'm guessing is what these are for. Peel them off and then fold them around the ends to keep it from scraping. So let's see, what screws do I need? It's saying I'm using the number 1, M5 times 18. Are they labeled? Yes, M5 by 8 screws, 4 of them. And why don't I see 4 in here? Oh, they all say the same. They all have the same label on it. They all have the same label on the back telling me what screws are in the package. Well, that's just awesome. Okay, let's go ahead and just open these puppies up here, or at least one of them. All right, they're in the picture here. It looks like they have the sizes. Okay, so this would be the 30. That would be the 8. That's definitely not it. That's the spare screw package. Yeah, I don't know what size this is. It'd been a lot easier if they'd have just separated the thing. So let's see what we got. We got 2 5x8 screws. What are the 8s? These are the really short ones. if I got 2 there and 2 there, I have extremely, so if we go by this, there's 2 and 2. 5 by 18 is 4, and 5 by 30 is 2. These got to be the 5 by 30s because they're really long. And then the rest of these are all the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it looks like one's still missing because there should be 2 5 by 18, 4 by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Nope, I can't count because I'm a dumbass. Okay, so we'll just use these guys right here. Okay, so it's trying to tell me that this guy is going to go through here. That doesn't look right. Oh, it comes from this side. So it goes through this hole here into here. Okay, let's just get this thing out. I don't have to do it by hand. Okay. All right, we are well on our way, right? Okay. Not exactly sure how to make sure that that's flush or not. Okay. That goes like that. And then this one goes like this. Yep. Yep, goes like this and goes in from the outside. Okay. It's definitely easy assembly, right? If you had 4 hands. Well, 3 maybe. Okay. There we go. We're done. Okay, so that's that and that. Now it's saying, what? There's only, we got left, right. Okay, left beam. Okay. So the left beam and the front beam have the grid on it. So according to this, I think this one goes here. And then the next one's going to go down inside there. But I want to make sure I get the grid facing in the right direction, which you really can't tell here. It doesn't tell you where the, oh yeah, it does. Okay, so the 0 goes over here, and then according to the picture, the power supply and that's going to, or the circuit board is going to go over here. Let's see here. Find the required. Okay, step 1 screw. Okay. Notice label position. There's a label paper on the beam, and the label is placed in the position as shown on the left. No, not really. So according to this, it should go like that, and it puts the 0. Yeah, the 0 fits right there. I know you can't see it, but there's numbers on it, and the 0 is right here in this corner. So let me get one of these guys out. Cue you up there. So Thing is, it sticks out just a little bit on the end here. I don't think it's supposed to. Oh, damn it. No, I put this one on wrong. That one goes that way too. Damn it. I knew it. I knew something like this would happen. I knew I'd see the directions wrong. At least I caught it early. Sorry, folks. Sorry. All right. Caught it early. It's sometimes just trying to look at pictures, 3D pictures in 2D, and try to figure out exactly how something goes. It just doesn't want to work right. So, hold on here. Let me get this done. I should be an old pro at this, considering I actually had to build my first 3D printer and the desktop CNC machine. I figure I'd already know how this goes together, but apparently I don't. So there we go. Okay, cool. Get in there. And I'm supposed to use a different screw. No, M by 5/18, 2 and 4. Oh, hold on. Am I using the wrong screws? Hold on. Wait. All right, I'm supposed to use the number 1s. These are the 5/18s. Okay. So this is the 5/18. Put you level with the table. Okay. And I don't want to use that one, and it's saying to use, in the end one, it says to use the long one, so to use one of these ones. So that would go in there like that. So this would be screw 2. No. I need 3 screws in this corner here, apparently. This piece does not want to fit in here. It does not want to slide in here. So let's loosen that up a little bit there. Let's get this piece in here. There we go. Okay. All right, so now, okay, so use screw 3 for what? Into the very end here. So that's one of these short little guys here. So the short little guy goes into the end piece here. I wonder if I can find my level, because it'd be nice to be able to actually make sure that this thing is level. I mean, the level, I don't think I think being level isn't as important as a 3D printer because of the bed level. Because the laser is going to be a slight little, we'll check it out later. Okay, so we got screw number 3, the short one in the end. So then we need the long one, the number 2, into this hole here, which goes through both of these. So it's supposed to screw into there and then into this one here. See if it's lined up correctly. Yeah, it's lined right up. I mean, it started screwing right in. Cool. Okay, awesome. And then we need a number 4, which is a 5/18, which is the regular one I was using here, right into this gap right here. Okay. Okay, so here's what we have. You can see the corner where the 0 meets the other bar, meets up right up in here. Okay. So now I want the right beam, which has no measurements on it. Okay, the right beam has no measurements on it. and it looks like it's going to be exactly the same. Meaning it's not going to fit until I loosen this up. Okay, so I get one of these short ones to put it together here in the end. Okay, now that I got it started, get over the table. Now that I have it started here, let's try to line it up right. There we go. All right, put you flat on the table. There we go. Okay, and then now that that's already started, we need the long one, which is going to go through the bar into the one behind it. Like that. There we go. I can feel it. Yeah, it's gripping now. Okay. Definitely use a little bit of bigger workspace on my kitchen table, but that's okay. And then we take one of these number 4s to 5x18s, and that goes in here just like the other side. Okay, there we go. So all right. Then what's it say? When assembling, ensure that the edges of the beam and the tripod are neatly parallel and tight. The picture on the left is the frame after step 1 is assembled. Got the back beam, left beam, right beam. Okay, cool. So they've turned it like this now, though. So we got back, left, right. I know it's like backwards on the camera, maybe. So we got back, left, right. Assemble the X-beam, set, and front beam. Push the X-beam assembly into the U-shaped frame. Okay. So it looks like it's already ready for this guy. Looks like it goes, this is what we're doing. So it looks like the motor faces the back, like this. Like that. Wow. That flows smooth. Okay. All right, just take a really good look at this. Okay, let's go back to the original picture. I want to make sure I got it facing the right way. Yep, it is definitely facing the right way. They're showing it with the laser already on it, but I'm not going to put it on yet. I don't want to risk damaging it, knocking it around. You know, we're just going to leave it alone for the moment. Okay. Paying attention to the direction of the white logo. Again, okay, there's the white logo, okay. Required components, tripod number, what's tripod number 1? Oh, these are the tripods, okay. So I need the tripod. I thought I had 4 of these things. Did I misplace one? Oh, it's actually part of the circuit board. I thought I was missing one there. Okay, assemble the tripod, main board tripod and front frame according to the right figure. Yeah, okay, that's extremely helpful. Thanks, guys. It looks like it's going to be the same thing. Just going to, no. Yeah, okay, so this goes all the way into the corner. and the other beam is going to push into it like that. So that gives me a, oh, there's a grid here. Well, that says 500. Did I put this one on backwards? Because it's showing here, these numbers should match up, but it's showing that the left should be 0 and this one should be 0. So it looks like I put this piece on backwards. But that's not how it was in the instructions, I swear. Okay, let's just verify this because, you know. Put that back in the foamy thing. Okay, so if this is the back. Okay, well, I'll turn it around. I'm all about doing things 3-4 times, you know. You know, people like to say, measure twice, cut once. But then there's also, you learn from your mistakes. So if you measure twice and cut once, means you do it right the first time. How do you ever learn? Okay. Yeah, feel free to fast forward through the video. That's fine. Okay. See, that goes like that, and that goes all the way down, which is fine, but I swear this first picture showed it like that, but okay, whatever. Whatever, my good man, whatever. It doesn't take all that long to do this anyway. I mean, I'm gonna have to go around and tighten all the screws up again, of course. I mean, I'm snugging them up in there, but they're not really tight. And I gotta make sure, you know, it's gonna stay together. I'd like to have put like Loctite on them or that. When I'm done, I may go around and just put a little Loctite on each one of these. You know, just pull each one out individually, throw a dab of Loctite on it, and you know, don't need these vibrating loose or anything. There we go. Okay. Okay, so now we have the numbers that stop right here instead of all the way back. But more importantly, we have 0 here. And we're gonna have 0, 0, and this is gonna be the home position. Yep, just like that. Okay. So let's slide this puppy back in. Just like that. Oops. Let's take you. Put you like that. That takes a 1 and a 3. Okay, so the short one. Let's see here. No, wait. It says a 1 and a 3, so that's this longer one here. So this is the first one. Which goes in right there. Which goes in right there. Okay. Go. So then we take the longer one and we make sure that the numbers on this one go right here, which lines up on the grid. Okay. Then we take a short one, right here in this end piece, right here. And then we take the Yep, one of these 18 guys. Just kind of zip it in there real fast. Like that. Okay. And this one can only go one way because we want to see Sculpfun. And then we need a number 1, which is one of these guys, which goes on this outside one here, like so. I mean, all in all, it is going together really smooth. I mean, other than me misreading that picture, it really does. I mean, the holes are actually lining up, which is usually the biggest issue with these pre-made kits and that. You know, you usually find out that the holes don't line up or something. And we take a long one here. Okay. Let's tighten that. Tighten that. That. Okay, and we take the last screw. We put it right in the end piece right here. Yeah, it just lined right up. The bad thing about that though is, as you can see, I put it together backwards right here and the hole's still lined up. They could have offset those holes a little bit so that way you could only put it in one way or the other. But anyway, okay, so this is what we have. Nice. Got this huge directions, but okay, whatever. Install the belt. You know, I hate installing belts. Man, it sucked doing it on the 3D printers, and yeah. Install the belt to the position in the figure. The belt should be installed in the direction of the arrow in the figure above. Okay, where's the belt? According to this, okay, you want the teeth facing down, it looks like. You're going to go in under this wheel here in a channel. You need to bring it back up inside here. I don't know how I'm going to pry that up. There we go. Okay. So once you got it up, it's hard to show, but I went underneath this first wheel, and inside the channel you bring it up, and then over top of the bar here, which is the gear. I mean, you can't really miss the gear. So let me go ahead and bring it up over the gear. And then you, where's it go? Does it go back down under the, past the belt, through the flat hole? There should be an extra part of the belt at one end for easy pulling. Okay, we suggest you don't cut off the, yeah, okay. The tooth pattern of the belt faces downward, engages the gears, yeah. Okay, so yeah, so it does come back down here and goes underneath this back tire. Or, oh, come on. There we go. Can't get it out of the channel to grab it. There we go. Okay, so there we go. Now, we gotta do the other one. So we run it underneath. I'm trying to get it out of the channel so I can grab it. No! There we go. Then we run it over the top. Only a little bit on stop. Rolling it. There we go. So then I need to take this and push it underneath this front tire to run it through. Well, that didn't go as planned. It's folded backwards. There it goes. There we go. There we go. Okay, and why? Let's see, this barely reached over here. And there we go. Okay. Okay, we have the belt pulled. So now what do we do with it? I mean, it looks like they just had it laying flat in there, but... Oh, there's a little notchy end thingy that comes out here. Okay. Put the T-nut in the groove. Yeah, this is not going to be good. First install a T-nut on one side. Alright, so now we're using these guys here. So how do they go in there? Like that? So does that mean there's that little notch right there? So I guess that comes out like that. Okay, it says put it in there like that. First install the T-nut on one side as shown in the figure. Install the other end of the T-nut on the other side. Note the long side of the T-nut is perpendicular to the groove after installation. For extra belts, if you're not familiar with the use of belts, we suggest you do not cut off the extra belt. Well, I'm familiar with it, but I sure ain't cutting it off. So, okay, so according to that, I put it in like that, and then this just smashes the belt. Oh, that's definitely nice and tight there. Okay. So we'll put this belt through the little notch and groove thing. I got barely just a touch of belt sticking out of the front. Hardly anything at all. I mean, you probably don't want anything at all really sticking out of the front, but I want to make sure that there's plenty there. So, okay, so then tighten it down. Okay. Let's go ahead and turn this thing around. Okay, so now put the belt through this hole here. And we want to make sure we kind of pull the belt tight. There we go. No, that doesn't look right. The belt was twisted just a little bit, so I just didn't think it looked right. There we go. I don't see any real slack on that one. This is definitely easier tightening belts on this thing than it was on the printer. This one slid right in too. Okay. Okay, we'll know soon on this, right? Do not tighten the, do not tighten, okay, with the belt tightened, tighten the nut to keep the long side, okay. All right, let's assume that's right. Install the laser module. So let's turn this thing back around. Okay. So here's the laser module. Looks like it's already got a little plastic cup on the end. I guess this is just an extra. Not spare protective cover. I wonder if that kind of helps protect. I mean, I know you shouldn't look at the laser. That's what the glasses are for. But I wonder if this is like in case you forget to put the glasses on and glance over or something. If, you know, I mean, not that I'm going to stare at this thing without the glasses, of course. Okay. If the tightness of the roller and the guide rail is not suitable, use a wrench to turn it up and down to control the tightness of the roller on the guide rail. Oh, it feels pretty good. Yeah, okay. It said something about it, check the tightness at about a 45-degree angle. It should start moving down. So it seemed to be just fine. So with this, I want to use these two thumb screws. So I guess, let's see. All right. Okay. Got you there. Got you there. Okay. Yes, I did that without looking. Many years of building PCs, yeah, you tend to be able to start plugging things in and whatnot without actually looking. Okay, let's undo. The thing that's going to annoy me the most is this cable routing because there's nothing to actually route it to. It just has to stick out in the middle of nowhere, you know? Let's see here. Okay, so this definitely is the motor. This one's definitely, yep, that goes there. And you go there. See, this just annoys me, all this. Is there some other way? Okay. Yeah, I can't really think of any other way for this to go. I mean, you can't put it in the channel because the laser needs to go back and forth. see. If I put it at its farthest extent, I can probably just zip tie this together right here like this. But I'm not going to worry about zip ties at the moment because we don't want to have to undo everything in case it doesn't work. Focusing the principle of Sculpfun laser module. Focusing principle. The focal length of Sculpfun laser module is fixed and cannot be changed. No can be changed. The specific position of laser focus is 20 millimeters directly below the edge of the aluminum alloy shell of the laser module. We provide a 20 millimeter measuring aluminum column. It is a measuring aluminum column to help find the laser focus. When the laser is focused on the surface of the engraved object, it will exert its maximum engraving effort. When you're cutting a very thick board, the focus needs to be lowered more, which is helpful for the cutting thickness, such as changing 20 millimeter to 18 or 19. Okay, so what they're saying is I would take this and I would put it below the heat sink housing, not the green lens, but under the heat sink housing, which the cable's in the way. Right here, instead of not down here, but up here. And then I would lower the laser to that point. Uh-oh, we're almost there. How to quickly focus laser on the surface of the sculpture. Place the measuring aluminum column on the surface of the engraved object. It's not an engraved object. It is a soon-to-be engraved object. Loosen the thumb screw behind the laser module and slide the laser module on the column, and then tighten it. Okay. And then we go into different languages. Awesome. So what is that piece of metal that's on top? It doesn't tell me what this piece of metal's for. I mean, I'm not going to put the foam here. I'm just saying, I wonder if I could just put the metal down as like a base so I can print something small and not ruin my kitchen table more than I already have. They also didn't say what to do with these things, which I'm assuming are just the protector pieces for the legs. That's what yeah, they're little rubber. I'm gonna have to 3D print some kind of thing to raise this. That way you can print taller objects. Yeah, okay, that's all those are. Okay. Come on, get on there straight. There we go. Okay. There we go. Looks somewhat level. Feels a little stiff, but there is going to be a motor pulling it, so it'll probably be fine. We'll find out soon. All right. Since I'm not going to try to go into a lecture of how to use Lightburn or anything like that, which I do plan on using Lightburn, I'm just going to stop the video, and in the next one we'll cut something. All right. Don't know if this has been entertaining or not, but at least you saw how to put it together. It is really simple. Most videos, when they assemble this stuff, you know, they speed their video up and all that. I know this wasn't close up, but should be good enough to get you going. Here in the front we have the 0 point, which I do know that the laser should always start from like right here. Wow. When I do this, there's a light on the laser that comes on. It's like Not exactly sure how it's getting power by just rolling back and forth, but whatever. It's just an LED that comes on. I didn't think the motors fed power back. But anyway,